Two young princes, heirs to the English throne, disappeared without a trace. No one saw them leave. No one heard them scream. And their uncle, Richard III, took the throne soon after. For centuries, whispers of murder have echoed through the halls of history. Were these innocent boys victims of a ruthless power grab? Or did they vanish into the unknown, hidden away from the world? This is the story of one of England's greatest mysteries, a tale of ambition, betrayal, and a throne bathed in blood. A story where truth and deception are woven so tightly together that even after centuries, we are left with more questions than answers. England in 1483 was a land on the brink of chaos. King Edward IV, the powerful ruler of the House of York, lay dying. His reign had been marked by triumphs, but also betrayals. And as his final breath left his body, an uneasy silence fell upon the court. The crown belonged to his son, Edward V, a mere child. He was the rightful king. But a kingdom torn by civil war had little patience for a boy ruler. Stability was needed, a steady hand to guide the realm. And so, a regent had to be chosen. By law, Edward V was to be crowned king. But until he came of age, a protector was needed. The duty fell to Richard, Duke of Gloucester, his uncle. A man known for his loyalty, his military prowess, and his cold, calculating nature. The young king and his brother made their way to London. The people cheered their arrival, believing they were witnessing the dawn of a new reign. But what they did not know was that their uncle had already set his plans into motion. Edward and his brother were taken to the Tower of London. Officially, it was for their protection, a tradition for young monarchs before their coronation. But protection from whom? Their enemies, or their own uncle? At first, the princes were seen playing, laughing. Their voices echoed through the stone halls. But soon, they were seen less and less. Until one day, they disappeared altogether. No one saw them leave. No one heard them cry. It was as if they had simply vanished into the shadows of history. Richard wasted no time. In a shocking twist, he declared his own nephews illegitimate. He convinced the court that his brother, the late king, had been secretly married before marrying the prince's mother. This meant the young king, Edward V, had no claim to the throne. And so, Richard took the crown for himself. King of England. But where were the rightful heirs? The answer was lost in whispers. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed the boys had been smothered with pillows, their cries silenced forever. Others whispered of bodies buried beneath the staircase of the tower. But there was no proof. No bodies. No confessions. Richard III ruled for just 2 years. But the whispers of murder never left him. And across the sea, Henry Tudor, claiming a distant right to the throne, was gathering an army. Richard fought like a lion. But fate had already sealed his doom. With Richard's death, the War of the Roses ended. But the fate of the princes remained a mystery. Almost 200 years later, a chilling discovery. 2 tiny skeletons, buried deep within the tower. Were they the lost princes? Even today, the truth remains elusive. Were they murdered? Were they hidden away? Or was it all a lie? The ghosts of the princes still haunt history. Were they victims of a tyrant? Or did they escape? The answer remains hidden in the shadows of time. What do you think? Did Richard III kill his nephews, or is history unfair to him? Let us know in the comments.